Back with another NFL weekly prediction. This is week 8 of the weekly predictions. We have OG Steven back with us again this week. Say what's up, my boy.
Yo, what's good, everybody?
As promised, as y'all know from last week, me and Steven made a bet that if my Eagles won against the Minnesota Vikings, he has to have the Jalen Hurts Super Bowl MVP trophy as his background for the entire stream. And if
Yep.
if my Eagles would have lost, I would have to had Jalen Hurts working at Dollar Tree as my background. So I'm so glad I don't have to have that this week because
He balled out.
I was
He balled
he
out.
balled out. Yeah, he balled out, man. He did his thing, man. But we ain't gonna waste no more time. Week 8, man. It's about to be a fun week. Yeah, man. We're gonna get right into this, man. So this week for Thursday night football, we got the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, starting off with the Vikings, I mean, Vikings. Not gonna lie, man, that game was a little too close last week with the Eagles. You know, Carson Wentz threw 2 interceptions last week. It was not his best game. You know, Carson Wentz usually doesn't have bad games, but that game really was like a tough one for him. You know, throwing 2 interceptions against the Eagles was not on his agenda list. Also, you know, Justin Jefferson played a great game. You know, Addison did his thing. You know, TJ Hawkinson did his thing, but it was just mainly, the communication issue between Kevin Kevin O'Connell and Carson Wentz. It was mainly a communication issue, which cost the Vikings to lose to the Eagles on Sunday. You know, it was not that great of a game for Wentz. You know, and he doesn't even really struggle that much. But yeah, Vikings, y'all really need JJ McCarthy back because I feel like without him, you know, this team really, struggles a little bit. And the Chargers last week, who did the Chargers play, Steven? I
The
think they
Colts.
played the Colts. Yeah, and judging by that game, you know, the Colts did end up winning that game. I wasn't surprised with that. I mean, the Colts are a very good team. You know, that man Daniel Jones been playing elite all year and all that. Yeah, Daniel Jones been playing here, and you know, I knew that I wasn't gonna change Chargers this week in SoFi Stadium. Um, in my honest opinion, it's a Thursday night game. It's on Prime Video. I really feel like the Minnesota Vikings could get their revenge in this game, but I'm just gonna go with the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm gonna have to go with the Chargers on this one. One because the Chargers, you know, even though they're missing some pieces due to injuries, I think they'll be comfortable in this game to beat the Vikings, especially with the week the Vikings just had. I really think the Chargers can get a nice win on Thursday night. What do you think, Steven?
It's all going to come down to if that Chargers O line is healthy, man. I mean, since Joe Alt and Mikal Becton have been out for
Hmm.
the Chargers, and that's caused a lot of problems for Justin Herbert not being able to pass, not being able to stay in the pocket. It's going to be hard for Justin Herbert to complete passes. That being said, though, the Vikings do have an elite pass rush. They have one of the best defenses in the NFL.
I agree.
Uh, I think that if they get the pass rush and they get to Justin Herbert, it's going to be a long night for Justin Herbert. That being said, though, the Vikings. Let's talk about the Vikings offense. Carson Wentz, he threw 2 interceptions. He did throw for over 300 yards, but he did throw 2 interceptions and was missing easy throws in the red zone. That could have, if one of those field goals turned into a touchdown, we're talking a completely different ball game for the Eagles and Vikings. I'm
Hmm.
gonna say it's gonna be close. I'm gonna pick the Minnesota Vikings just because I don't think that the Chargers are going to be able to keep Minnesota's pass rush out of the backfield. And I'm going to pick the Vikings to win. Going to be very close. I could see this being a 24-21 or even 24-20 game. But I'm going to roll with the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to roll with the Minnesota Vikings on Thursday night. Yeah. No international games this Ooh. Saints. Yes, and they won. No.
Yard touchdown run, which is very amazing. He's been playing great for the Chicago Bears, and also, Caleb Williams been doing his thing as well. And the Bears fans, they gotta really be happy with how their team is performing right now. And on the Baltimore Ravens, y'all had a bye week, man, to get yourselves together after having a 1-5 start to the year. Now we'll see what y'all can do, man. But now y'all back playing football. Y'all back at the bench. Hold up, one. Sorry, y'all. It was just
You're good, bro.
somebody come in my room. All right. Anyways, the Baltimore Ravens. Honestly, you know, y'all haven't been really looking too great this year, man. And y'all have let a lot of teams beat y'all. A lot of teams beat this team. Including the Rams,
Yeah.
and a lot of other teams have beaten this team. And I just don't think the Ravens have enough energy. But I mean, they could have energy. They did have a bye week, so you never know. They could be a different team. But I'm gonna have to go with the Chicago Bears to win this game, just because I just feel like Chicago will have more to prove, than what Baltimore has. Because Baltimore's going through a tough time right now, and it's really hard to pick Baltimore right now in like these kind of situations. So I'm gonna go with Chicago. I'm trusting Caleb Williams to get the job done against the Ravens. What do you think, Steven?
It's going to come down to if Lamar Jackson plays or not. I mean, the Ravens are all injured to hell and back. I have not gotten a report. I have not checked any reports to see if Lamar is playing or not. I'm assuming that he is not going to be playing. The Ravens defense is awful. They're injured to hell and back, and
Yes.
injury sucked, but it's a part of the game. I don't think the Ravens have enough offensively. I don't think the Ravens have enough offensively to compete with the Bears offense. Ben Johnson has done a phenomenal job developing Caleb Williams, turning Caleb Williams into that number one overall pick that we've seen flashes that we saw back at USC, that we saw back at
Yeah.
Oklahoma. I think that I'm going to go with the Chicago Bears to get this W. I don't think the Ravens have enough firepower on offense, and I don't think they have enough on the defensive end to contain Caleb Williams and that electric Chicago Bears defense. Bears by 10.
All right. All right. I guess we agree on the same one this week. I made sure to write it down so in case like we can come back to this later, to check
Yeah.
over. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna write all the picks that we picked so we can
All right.
come back later and check. All right. We got an NFC East showdown, another NFC East showdown. This is the rematch right here. We got the New York Giants taking on my Philadelphia Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field. Giants, y'all lost to the Denver Broncos.
They gave up 33 points in the fourth quarter.
All I gotta say is Giants, y'all should have not been talking that shit. That's all I gotta say to y'all, bro. Y'all should have not been talking shit, dog. Knowing you
Yeah.
got a game to play the next week, like y'all were doing all that rapping about how you beat my team in week 6, but then you go into week 7 and allow the Broncos to score 33 points, and
In
they
one
beat y'all
in one
in
quarter.
in one quarter too. That's insane, Giants. And I seen a lot of y'all Giant fans over here throwing stuff in the pool and stuff. Like, what was that, bruh? Like, bro, throwing you do your goddamn chairs in the pool, bruh? Eli Mack, I'm talking to you. And you over here crashing out hard when these Giants lose, bro. Come on, man. Eli Mack, you should have known y'all were gonna lose to the Broncos game. You should have known, man. But yeah, man, Giants, bro. Like, I don't know what the hell y'all did on Sunday against them Broncos. But yeah, man, Broncos, they came back and beat y'all. Y'all allowed 33 points in one quarter, which is absolutely insane. Embarrassing loss for the Giants. Not a great day for the Giants. And then my Eagles, we finally got a win. After 2 whole weeks of losing, we got our get back and got our win against the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday. I gotta say, man, that was one of the best games I've ever seen out of Jalen Hurts this year. Like
That was a really good game.
326 passing yards, 326 passing yards for Hurts. He threw to AJ Brown for 121 passing yards, and Devontae Smith got 183 passing yards, or receiving yards. I'm sorry, receiving yards, bro. Like, bro, that trio literally was going ham all day. Now Saquon Barkley, you gotta lock in, man. Like 45 yards is not gonna cut it, man. I'm gonna tell you this again. You have to lock in Saquon. Now, I mean, yes, our O line has been injured to hell and back. We've missed Landon Dickerson for some time. We lost who else was it that we lost?
Uh,
Probably we lost
Jurgensen.
Cam Jurgens.
I was gonna
We
say
lost
St.
Cam
Jurgens. Yeah.
Jurgens. Yeah, Cam Jurgens. Okay, we did get Quinion back, which was a very big help. And also, I got another announcement to make. Brandon Graham is now back. He has officially signed back with the Philadelphia Eagles. So he's playing for year 16, and this is going to be his final year. He said he's coming back one more time to help the Philadelphia Eagles on their quest for the Super Bowl. So Brandon Graham is officially back on the Eagles. So we're gonna see how that turns out. Brandon Graham's a dog on defense, and everybody knows that. So, with Brandon Graham coming back, and he's gonna be playing in this game against the Giants, I'm gonna go with my Philadelphia Eagles to get all revenge on the New York Giants with Brandon Graham getting at least 2 tackles and a sack on Jackson Dart. That's my prediction, bro. What you think, Steven?
I think you said it best. I mean, I think you said it best, man. I mean, how do you let the Broncos score 33 points in one quarter? That's the type of job that gets people fired. That's the type of job
Yeah.
that gets Brian Daboll. That's the type of job that gets coaches fired. And
Mm-hmm.
those are the type of losses that lose the locker room. You blow a 33-point lead, and the Eagles, they look like the Super Bowl. They look like the Super Bowl contenders like they were last year. They heard me say I don't think they're that good, and they proved me
Mm-hmm.
wrong again. Jalen Hurts, top 5 quarterback in the league. I admitted it. He's a damn good quarterback. I think. I mean, it's going to come down to can they replicate what they did last week against the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
And I think they can. I'm gonna go with the Philadelphia Eagles to win this game. I think that the Denver. I think that the Giants. I think Daboll has lost the Giants locker room. I think they're gonna quit on him, and I think Brian Daboll is gonna. I think this is going to be. This is gonna be a hot take, but we'll see if this comes true or not. I think this is the last game Brian Daboll coaches. I think he's gonna get fired after this week if they lose to the Eagles.
Yeah. I agree. And also Brian Burns, if you've seen there was like a video that was surfacing. I seen Brian Burns was actually furious. Like that man, like he was
He never
stomping when he went back to the locker room.
he never loses his cool. That's somebody who never loses his cool.
Oh, he
Like I said,
lost his cool. He blew up.
I
He
think
blew
this
up when they lost.
I think this is gonna be Brian Daboll's last game. I think if y'all
Yeah.
go out and dominate the Giants, this is it for Brian Daboll. I think Brian Daboll gets fired.
Yeah. Yeah. So we both got the Eagles winning this game.
Yes,
But
we do.
yeah, Giants. Yeah. Time for that revenge, Giants. Time for y'all to get put in y'all place again. I think it's time, man. All right, moving on. We got the Cleveland Browns taking on the New England Patriots at Gillette Stadium. So, the Cleveland Browns. Who did they play last week?
They beat the Dolphins 24. They beat the Dolphins 24-7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, Browns, good job. Like, bro, I would have never thought the Browns would actually beat the Dolphins. And again, the Dolphins, they don't have really of a good squad right now because, half of their squad is injured. But Browns, that is amazing that y'all took down the Dolphins, man. So that was a very good job by the Browns, taking down the Dolphins, when they have a lot of injuries. But I mean, hey, still got the job done at the end of the day. And then the New England Patriots, you got a nice win over the Tennessee Titans last week at Nissan Stadium. I knew y'all were going to win. The Titans aren't that good. They've been struggling all year. So I was not surprised that y'all beat the Titans. Drake May's been having one hell of a year, and
Yes,
I
he
think
has.
that's going to continue, dog, because this guy's just unbelievable. And I still got one. I got Stevenson in my fantasy, so I'm hoping he can do good for me, man. But yeah, this week the Browns are taking on the Patriots in Gillette Stadium. in my honest opinion, I think the Patriots will win this game because one, Drake May's been having an elite year, and two, I feel like the Patriots will have a lot more weapons than the Browns, and I think they'll have more like confidence to win this game. Especially if they're at home. A lot of the fans in you know New England, they be supporting the Patriots like hell. So I'm
Yes.
gonna go with the Patriots to win this game against the Browns, man. What you think, Steven?
I think the Patriots win this game. Drake May is balling out. He is having an MVP like season. He's up there with the Josh Allens, the Jalen Hurts this year. He has been balling out, and he has been probably the second best quarterback in that. He's probably been the best quarterback in that 2024 draft class with QBs. He is balling out. I know Jane Daniels has been hurt. I know Caleb Williams took a little bit to get there, but Drake May, he's been balling out, and I think Drake May is going to potentially win and be in contention for MVP. And that being said, though, I think the Patriots win. I don't think the Browns have enough firepower offensively to compete with the Patriots defense. And I don't think that Browns defense is going to have as good of a day uh, picking apart Drake May and this Patriots offense. Patriots win this game. Not even close.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. I think the Patriots got a lot of power to win this game. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be close. My final prediction score, I got it to be 28-7, in my honest opinion.
I
All
think they
right,
can drop
moving
more than 28, 30, 35-10.
maybe. All right, moving on. We got. Oh my goodness, this game right here is a little odd. We got the New York Jets taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay, okay. This is one hell. This game is probably not going to be as good as people think. But we'll see. The Jets. Yeah, you guys are 0-7 now. 0-7. You lost to the Carolina Panthers on Sunday, and Jets fans did not take that well. All right. Anyway, sorry. The New York Jets. Yeah, y'all have lost to the Carolina. Not have a single win this year, and I know that's probably hurting y'all. Now I've seen a couple Jets fans burn the Carolina Panthers jersey. That's pretty bad, Jets. I don't know why y'all burning the Panthers jersey when your team's 0-7. That's not the way to act, man. Like I'm like wondering like why the heck would they do that? Like they burned the Carolina Panthers jersey. That's kind of crazy. All right, and then the Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah, they beat the Steelers on Thursday Night Football. Was not expecting that at all. I
No.
was not expecting that at all. They was at home at Paycor Stadium. It was a very insane game. Both Joe Burrow was going up against Joe Flacco. Classic matchup between the old heads of the NFL. Man, it was one hell of a battle between those two. But the Cincinnati Bengals ended up getting the win at the end of the game. And yeah, man, it was a good ass game. But
It
yeah, the
was.
Jets taking on the Bengals. Boy, this is gonna be a very tough decision because one, the Jets are not good, and two, the
No.
Bengals they got hella injuries. So, well, not hella injuries. I mean, they still got a good team and things
Yeah.
like that. But in my opinion,
Both.
I think the Cincinnati Bengals are gonna take this game because even though they don't got Joe Burrow, they still got Joe Flacco, and Joe Flacco's been looking pretty damn good on this team. And also, you can't forget they still got T Higgins and they got Jamar
Mar
Chase.
Chase.
They got some good ass pieces on this team. So I think the Cincinnati Bengals will get their get back win. Well, not get back win because they won last week. I think they'll get their win over the Jets to make the Jets 0-8 on the year. And Jets fans, yeah, y'all better
Sorry.
pray that. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
Steven, what you think?
I think the Jets are going 0-17. I don't. The Jets are awful. They're not a good team. If they get one win this year, I will be shocked. I think they're going 0-17. They're not a good
Yeah,
football team. Justin Fields sucks. He can't throw a football. Aaron Glenn's an awful coach.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know.
he
I don't.
really is horrible.
I don't know if Justin Fields is starting this week against Tyrod Taylor. I don't know. No, I don't know if Justin Fields is starting this week. I know he left the game due to injury, so I think it's going to be Tyrod Taylor. But that being said,
Yeah.
this is a revenge game for Joe Flacco. Remember, he was the Jets starting quarterback for a little bit, and
Yes.
that
Yes.
that being said, though, I think the Bengals just have too much firepower on offense. I think that they just have too many weapons on offense for that Jets defense to contain. I don't think the Jets offense is good. They're not. I'm going to pick the Cincinnati Bengals. It pains me to say this after they beat my Steelers, but the Bengals win this game. Not even close. I could see the Jets putting up. I could see the Bengals putting up 40 points with Joe Flacco.
Yeah, I agree with you,
The
man.
Jets
The
are
Jets are not. They're not a good. Yeah, the Jets are not a good team, and if they continue this, they're definitely going to be 0-17. And Aaron Glenn, he needs to be fired immediately.
he will be fired.
Yeah, I hope he
Aaron Glenn
does.
Aaron Glenn will not survive another year in New York.
Yeah, yeah, he's going to be gone. All right, moving on. Oh, this is going to be an interesting game. We got the Buffalo Bills taking ass game. Good ass game between Josh Allen and I don't know if Bryce Young's playing for the
No, he is
Panthers this
not.
week.
He is not. He is out.
Okay.
He is out for week 8.
So it's probably Andy Dalton. It's probably Andy Dalton.
That's who I'm assuming.
Okay. So Josh Allen versus Andy Dalton. Now, the Buffalo Bills. I think y'all had a bye week last week, if
They
I'm
did.
not mistaken.
They did.
Yes, the Bills y'all had a bye week. Now, Bills, y'all still got a good ass record. But I mean, you took 2 L's, okay? You took an unexpected L to the Patriots, and then you took another unexpected L to the Atlanta Falcons, which I did not think y'all were gonna lose that game. But hey, Bills, you were talking a lot of trash, and y'all were gonna lose eventually. I just knew y'all were gonna lose eventually, Bills. And I mean, y'all still have a chance at making it to the playoffs, maybe the Super Bowl. I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, y'all had a bye week. You should be refreshed. You can get your game plan back right and hopefully win some more games. Carolina Panthers. Last week y'all took on
The
what
Jets.
did they play? The Jets. Oh yeah, that's right. Y'all took on the worst team in the NFL currently, and y'all beat them. I mean, I wasn't surprised with that because the Jets were horrible, and if you ain't win, we were gonna have a long discussion. Panthers. Like
Yeah.
losing to a 0-win team, that's bad. Like very bad at this point in the season. So Panthers taking on Buffalo Bills. In my honest opinion, I think the Buffalo Bills will take this because Bills got a great ass team, and this Panthers team is good. Don't get me wrong, I like this Panthers team, but the Bills just got too strong of a team against this Panther squad. So I really think if James Cook has a great ass day running and Josh Allen can really air it out this week, I really think it's going to be a tough go for Carolina. And I think Josh Allen probably will have over 200 yards passing this week. So I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills to take down the Carolina Panthers on the road. What do you think, Steven?
No Bryce Young.
Yeah, yeah, agreed. Okay, so yeah, Bills definitely winning this game. Hold on, let me write that down. All right. Yeah, no explanation needed. I mean, it's just straightforward. Bills gonna win this game. No Bryce Young, man. Carolina, you're in trouble. All right, moving on. We got the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Houston Texans. Now, what's up, everybody? All right, so the 49ers, last week, y'all won against the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday Night Football. Not gonna lie, I mean, y'all have hella injuries, Niners. I mean, y'all lost Fred Warner, you lost Nick Bosa, Brock Purdy, so many injuries. Niners, y'all are going through it. The hospital bowl of the century. You know, Niners always going through hospital bowls, and I don't understand how y'all keep getting injured, man. But I mean, hey, man, y'all still managed to win against the Falcons, man. Y'all still managed to get a win against the Falcons at y'all home stadium in Santa Clara. So it was nice that y'all got a win. And then the Houston Texans, y'all had a bye week last week, so
No,
y'all didn't have
played
to.
Seattle. They played Seattle on Monday. They played Seattle yesterday.
Oh, Oh, yeah, my bad. I was thinking about another week, my bad. Yeah, y'all did play the Seattle Seahawks, and y'all did lose that game to the Seahawks. So, I wasn't really surprised. I knew the Seahawks were gonna win. Sam Darnold's been having one hell of a year, and I just knew,
That's another person that can win MVP.
yeah, Sam Darnold. He's been having one hell of a year, and I just knew he was going to find some way to win against the Texans. Now, the Niners are taking on the Texans this week. Houston is at home, Energy Stadium. In my honest opinion, I'm going to have to go with the Houston Texans to win this game. One, because like I said, the Niners have a lot of injuries that they need to work out. And also the Texans, they have given up some key pieces to their team, but I feel like the Texans will have a lot of confidence to win this game at home against the Niners. Until the Niners can get their defense back right and things like that, I'm gonna have to go with the Texans this week. What do you think, Steven?
I don't think the Texans are a very good football team. CJ Stroud is not a very good quarterback. I know the 49ers defense are all injured to hell and back, but the 49ers offense, they just got George Kittle back. Run CMC went for over 200 yards last week against the Falcons defense. The Texans, they don't have a very good run defense. We saw that yesterday against the Seahawks. That being said, though, I know the 49ers are all injured to hell on defense. I could see it as being a very, very ugly game where neither offense can move the ball where neither offense can move the ball. But I think that one key factor is Christian McCaffrey. I can see Christian McCaffrey going for over 150 rushing yards again. I'm picking the San Francisco 49ers to beat the Texans.
Okay. All right. 49ers is for you. All right. Yeah. I think George Kittle coming back will actually be a big help for the Niners as well. CMC's been going crazy too, man.
Yeah,
man.
He's a beast.
Yeah, man, he really is, bro. But yeah, mixed emotions on this one, but it's okay.
Yeah,
All right, moving on.
It's hard. What we got next?
Yeah. All right. This one's gonna be a really, really, really interesting one. We got the Miami Dolphins taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Now the Dolphins.
Next. This is all. I'm going first. Falcons win by a lot. You give your analysis.
It's over.
Falcons win.
Yeah,
Falcons win.
yeah,
Falcons win.
Yeah, Falcons. Yeah, I got Falcons, dog. Dolphins, y'all are horrible, man.
I don't even want to talk about. I don't even want to talk about this game. I don't want to talk about the Dolphins. Falcons win.
I really, I don't want to talk about the Dolphins. Hey, Dolphins, y'all were talking that trash, man. Hey, where y'all at now, man? Where y'all at now, Dolphins? I bet y'all are mad quiet, man.
Falcons win. I'm not talking about this game.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about this game. Falcons win.
Yeah, I agree. Dolphins is ass. Mike McDaniel's the worst coach. You need to go.
He getting fired. He's getting fired. He's getting fired.
Yeah, he's getting fired. All right, moving on. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus. Oh, we got an NFC South matchup. All right, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are taking on the New Orleans Saints at the Caesars Superdome. So, Buccaneers, y'all lost to the Detroit Lions 9-31. Okay, so I don't know what the hell happened, Buccaneers, because I really thought y'all could win this game. But I mean, hey, off the Lions. The Lions are a good ass team. Okay. Jahmyr Gibbs, if you give that boy Jahmyr Gibbs the ball, he's gonna do something with it, Amon St. Brown's a good wide receiver as well, and you're getting some good ass passing yards, man. But yeah, I just don't understand how the Buccaneers lost to the Lions on Sunday. It was kind of confusing to me. But I mean, hey man, Baker Mayfield, he gets some rough games sometimes. Life happens. And then the New Orleans Saints, you guys did I think y'all did they lose? I think they lost, right? They lost, yes, y'all lost to the Bears. Not gonna lie, Saints, you're not a very good football team. But I mean, y'all still are trying y'all best to, win games. Trying your best. But like I said, Saints is not a very good football team this year. They've lost out on so many opportunities to win this year. And there's just much, much work to do in New Orleans. But this week, Buccaneers are taking on the Saints. It is a rival game. You know, anything
Yes.
can happen in these games since
Yes.
it's an NFC South matchup. But in my honest opinion, I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to win this game because Baker Mayfield, you know, he's been having an elite year. And I just don't feel like the Saints will find an answer to stop Baker Mayfield. And yeah, I just don't think it's going to be a great game for the Saints this week. So I'm going to go with the Buccaneers.
I agree with you. I think I know the Buccaneers are going to be missing Mike Evans for the rest of the season with a broken collarbone, but Godwin, I think Godwin comes back this week. Emeka Buka, he's been hooping. He can ball. That boy can ball.
Yes.
The Buccaneers, they have a good running game with Jennings and Bucky Irving. They have a good tight end in K. Dot, and their defense is really good, even though they gave up 31 to the Lions. But the Lions are a good football team. I'm not taking anything. I'm not taking anything away from the Lions. The Saints, I still think they're competing for a top 5 pick this year. I think they're not going to win very many games this year. They
I
want
agree.
a new quarterback. Spencer Rattler's not that guy. I think they're going to draft a quarterback in next year's draft, whether that be Arch or Garrett Nussmeier or some Joe Schmo off the street. I'm picking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win this game. I don't think it's going to be close, and the Buccaneers keep winning. The Buccaneers keep dominating the NFC South. This will be the 5th straight year. If the Buccaneers win the South, the Buccaneers will win
Yeah.
the NFC South. So Buccaneers win.
Yeah, I think the Buccaneers have a great shot at winning NFC South this year because the Saints aren't doing much. Falcons, I mean, they've been hanging
I
in some games, but
I
I
can't
mean, you
I
know,
can't trust Atlanta to win the big games.
yeah. And then the Panthers, I mean, they're like
They're
okay, but I mean,
they're getting better.
they're getting better, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers this week. Okay, moving on. Ooh, this might be the game of the week, man. This might be the game of the week right here. We have the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Denver Broncos at Mile High Stadium in Denver.
Cool.
Woo! Ooh, this is about to be one hell of a game. One, because Dallas's defense is horrible, and two, Denver,
Denver's
they fucking got the win over the Giants last week, man. But let's first talk about the Cowboys before we talk about what the Broncos did. Dallas, y'all took down y'all took down our ops, man. You took down the Commanders, man. Y'all absolutely whooped their asses. You whooped Washington in Arlington. You know, Washington did not stand a chance on Sunday. You know, they could not find an answer at all. You know, Jaden Daniels had one of the worst games I've ever seen in my life. And then after that, he went down with an injury to make matters worse. They had to put Marcus Mariota in the game for Jaden Daniels, and you know Marcus Mariota wasn't going to do much. You know, Dallas had much answers. You know, pick six from that boy
Deron Bland.
George Pitt,
Deron
Deron Bland.
Deron Bland,
Deron
yeah.
Bland got an interception and he ran it in for a tutty. You know, George Pickens did his thing. You know, C.D. Lamb did his thing as well. And
Yeah.
Dak Prescott, I ain't gonna lie, even though I hate Dak, you know, he's playing really fucking good. He's playing
He's
really
playing really
goddamn
good
good.
football.
Yeah, he's
Playing really good
playing really good
football.
football, man. Like this is a new and improved Dak. And yeah, Cowboys, man, just know y'all not winning the NFC East. It's still
No,
ours,
no.
Dallas. Anyways, Denver. Wow, what a fucking game, Denver. Y'all got 33 points in one quarter on the Giants. Oh my goodness! Like the Giants could not stop y'all. I just couldn't believe it, bro. I could not even believe it. Like, bro, the Broncos beating the Giants. Like, wow, bro. Just honest. I mean, the Denver Broncos, they had a lot more to prove than what the Giants did. Yes,
Yeah.
Giants have Jackson Dart. Yes, they have Cam Scatterbo. But what do Denver have? They have Mims. They got Bo Nix. They got fucking what's that
Portland
running back's
Sutton.
name? Portland
Portland Sutton.
Sutton. Yes,
J.K.
yes.
Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins, yeah, that's his name. J.K. Dobbins. You know, they got so much pieces on that team, man. They got a very good ass defense, man. Very good ass defense. You know, my team low key could have beat them on that Sunday, but you know, hey, things happen, man. Things happen. Games happen. Anyways, Dallas is going up against the Denver Broncos, and like I said before, man, whenever a team comes to Denver, it's a whole different story. You know that altitude is nothing to play with. You see how the Giants sold in the clutch. Now another one of my ops is playing the Broncos, and I'm not gonna lie, man. I like how the Broncos handled themselves on Sunday. And I don't think Dallas is going to be ready for what they're about to give them. So I'm going to go with the Denver Broncos to upset the Dallas Cowboys this week. My final score prediction is 33 to 25. 33 to 25. That's my score prediction. I think Dallas is going to get upset this week. Denver's going to upset them.
It's the
What you
number.
think, Steven?
It's the battle of the number one. It's the number one offense versus the number one defense. And what do they say? Defense wins championships. That Denver defense is legit. They have a defense
Yes.
that can go to the Super Bowl. The thing is, it's got to. Bo Nix has got to put up. Bo Nix has got to put up yards, and I think he can do it against the worst defense in the NFL. I don't. I don't think it's going to be as close as you said it is. I think Denver's going to get enough stops to where they I think Denver's going to get enough stops to where Dallas is going to have to rely on Dak and Pickens and CD. They're not going to be able to run the football like they did against Washington. Denver's defense is legit. Denver's defense is going to shut down Dak Prescott. I'm going to say this right now. I think Dak Prescott throws 2 or more interceptions this week. That being said, though, I'm picking the Denver Broncos to win this game. I think it's going to be low scoring. Yeah. I think it's going to be low scoring on both ends, but I think the Denver Broncos just have enough on defense to win this football game. And Bo Nix will have a big boy game against that god-awful Cowboys defense. Broncos win 28-17.
Oh, that's a good ass score prediction because that's actually a little farther than what I had because I think this is gonna be a close game, but I mean we'll see what happens. I mean, like I said, Dallas defense is horrible, so they're going up against a good ass defense.
Dallas hasn't played a good defense yet. And
yeah,
when they played a good run defense in Carolina, but they haven't played a defense that can stop the pass. I think PS2 is going to prove why he was a defensive player of the year last year.
Yeah,
Denver wins this game.
Yep.
But
Denver's definitely going to win.
What we got next week?
Woo! Yeah, this might be a blowout. We got the Tennessee Titans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Already, I'm going Colts. I'm going Colts, bro.
I don't
winning.
I don't want to talk about this game either. Brian Callahan got fired. That's the best thing that could happen to Cam Ward. All the Broncos, all the Titans can do is just hope that Cam Ward stays healthy. I know Tyler Lockett just asked for his release by the Titans, and it was granted. That's another weapon he just lost. I'm picking the Colts. Colts win this game. It's not even going to be close.
Yeah, and I actually got friends that's Colts fans. Like, bro, it's actually insane. I got friends that's Colts fans. I never even knew that my friends were Colts fans. There were some of my friends who were Colts fans. It was like, I thought you were a Chiefs fan, but then they said I'm a Colts fan. Is it because the Colts are winning all these dang games? Like, what? Or are they big Colts fans? Because I hear a lot of people are trying to bandwagon to be Colts fans since they're like, they got a good ass fucking record. No. Don't bandwagon to be no Colts fans.
Yeah.
You weren't Colts fans before. Don't go on their team, man. Be your true to your team, bro. Don't switch up just because the Colts are good now. But yeah, I got the Colts winning. I got this game being a blowout, man. I think this is going to be an easy win for the Colts, 38-0. All right, moving on to our Sunday night game. We have the Green Bay Smackers, a.k.a. the Green Bay Packers, also known as the Relish and Mustards, taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers at Acrisure Stadium. All right, so Green Bay. Who did they play? I forgot.
The Cardinals.
I get to catch Green Bay.
They beat the Cardinals.
Okay, yeah. Green Bay. Good job winning against the Cardinals. You know, the Cardinals, they got some things they got to work out. But yeah, good job beating the Cardinals. I had no doubt y'all were going to win that game. Packers just had more of a defensive team. And, they got Micah Parsons playing great. The Cardinals, they lost some key pieces to their team due to injuries. Like, Kyler Murray's out. Marvin Harrison is out. Like, there's a lot of people on that Cardinals team that's out right now. So I kind of figured you guys would get the win here. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers, unfortunately, you guys lost to the Bengals on Thursday Night Football. I was a little sad for y'all, man, because y'all almost had it, man. Y'all almost had it, dog. Almost had it, man. But I mean, the Bengals, man, and you know how they are when close games. But I mean, it also was a rivalry game. So
yeah,
man. But in my honest opinion, this is going to be a very big battle because it's going to come down to who can really defend well. It's going to come down to that. It's going to be a very interesting game on Sunday night. In my honest opinion, though, I'm gonna have to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this game, bro. I think the Steelers can honestly get this. Honestly, if the Packers win this game, it'll be because of their defense. Mainly because of that. But I think the Pittsburgh Steelers will get this win. Because if Aaron Rodgers can just air the ball out and y'all can get some good run plays in, I feel like y'all will have a chance at this game. So I'm
Yes.
gonna go with the Steelers this week.
I'm gonna pick. All right, this is Aaron Rodgers' first ever game against the Packers since getting traded to the
Homecoming.
Jets. Not a
Homecoming
home,
game for
not a,
him.
not a homecoming because he's not going back to Green Bay.
Oh,
But
no, not homecoming. Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna come down to, like you said, the defenses. Can the Steelers get one stop? Can the Packers get one stop? All that matters is can the Steelers defense get a stop? And I think they can. They can get 2 or 3, and that could be enough to win this game. I'm picking
Yes.
my Pittsburgh Steelers to beat the Green Bay Packers.
All righty. Well, let's see what we gotta see what happens, man. I'm definitely gonna watch this game, bro.
I am too.
This is gonna be a good game on NBC and Peacock. All right, and it looks like we only have one Monday night game this week, and woo, this is gonna be one hell of a Monday night game. Holy! We got the Washington Commanders, aka the Ketchup and Mustards, aka my ops, taking on the Kansas City Chiefs
Your other
at
ops.
Arrowhead. My other ops. Yes, both of my ops are playing. Oh my God, Commanders versus Chiefs. This is gonna be ugly. Oh my God, this is gonna be crazy. Commanders.
Oh, injured to hell. I mean,
Yeah.
oh,
Y'all got cooked by Dallas, and y'all lost y'all second place to Dallas in the NFC East. Y'all are now third in the NFC East. Dallas is now second in the NFC East. So, I wasn't surprised that the Commanders were going to lose to the Cow. Actually, I was a little surprised, but I mean, like, I don't like to lose to Dallas when their defense isn't that good, Commanders. But I mean, I guess I can understand it because they couldn't really defend. Commanders don't got a good defense either,
no.
you know. So it was kind of expected, and also, like I said, anything can happen in rivalry games. It was an NFC East showdown. So Commanders losing to the Cowboys was a little surprising, but at the end of the day, you know, games happen. People take L's. Commanders just had to take an L that day.
We took an L in our predictions.
Yeah, we definitely did, man. Because I denied Dallas, and they came and proved me wrong once again, bro. And then the Kansas City Chiefs absolutely laid down the Las Vegas Raiders. Y'all sat them down flat on their backs, leaving them with a donut on the board, 31-0. What a game! That was just a mean blowout by the Kansas City Chiefs. Mean blowout. But I mean,
yeah,
it was
Geno
expected.
Smith.
Raiders
Geno
aren't
Smith
a good team.
Geno Smith only threw for 63 yards.
Yeah, that was not a good game for the Raiders, bro. It was not a good game. AFC West showdown, but yeah, Kansas City absolutely laid them down. But this game's going to be interesting because the Commanders, they don't got Jaden Daniels this week. They got to go with Marcus Mariota.
That we
don't have
know.
Jaden Daniels.
That we know.
And Kansas City.
We think
they got a full team.
We think Jaden Daniels might miss the game.
Yeah, we won't think that.
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet. Well, if we get some report news, we'll find out later in the week. But until then, in my honest opinion, I think Kansas City will take this game because, bro, look at the players they have now. They got Rashee Rice back. They got. I think they have Isaiah. Do they have Isaiah Pacheco back?
Yes, they do have Pacheco back.
Okay. See, they got Pacheco back. They got Rashee Rice back. They got some good dudes that literally makes a big impact. They got Xavier Worthy back. They got a lot of dudes that can really make an impact on this Commanders team. Commanders, yeah, they got Terry McLaurin. Yes, they got Terry McLaurin's injured. They got Deebo Samuel, but I mean, is that going to be enough against Kansas City, man? Like, let's be honest, y'all. Like, is that going to be enough? I don't think so. So I'm going to go with Kansas City. My final score, I don't think this is going to be a blowout. Commanders aren't that bad, but this is going to be Kansas City's game. Like, they're going to definitely take over. I think the final score is
Yeah.
going to be 31 to like 17 or something like that. What you
Yeah,
think, Steven?
it's all going to come down to health. I mean, if Jaden Daniels goes, if Jaden Daniels going to back the Kansas City Chiefs for now until I get injury news. So write this down as a maybe. I'm going to pick the Chiefs, but if news comes out that that Terry, Debo, and Jaden are playing, I'm going to pick the Washington Commanders to win the game. But I don't know who's going to win this game. I don't know health. I don't know anything because it's only Tuesday. We'll find out in about 24 to 48 hours who's playing or not. But that being said,
Okay.
I can't pick a winner right now. I'm gonna have this put down as a question mark.
Okay, that's understandable. That's understandable because I mean, he could be
Yeah, you never know.
24 to 48 hours. So we'll see what happens. But until then, it's a question for you. All right,
Yeah,
and
question mark.
then that is it. That's it for this week. That's it for this
Quick
week.
week, man.
Yeah. Now we have a lot of teams in the bye week. A lot.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
Starting off the teams that's in the bye week this week, we have the Arizona Cardinals. We got the Detroit Lions, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Los Angeles Rams, and then also the Seattle Seahawks. So you guys are all in bye weeks for week 8. So a lot of teams this week. So get y'all rest, get y'all game plan up, and yeah, man, be ready to go week 9. Get ready to go. But anyways, that's the end of this weekly prediction video. It was a very short week. Only a few teams are playing. And yeah, man, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys for week 9. Steven, thank you for tuning in. It's always been a pleasure, man. All right, and we're definitely gonna play Fortnite in a little bit, man. I'll hop on in a little bit.
I'm getting ready to get on. All right, I'm just on now. All right, man. I'll see you there.
All right, man.
Y'all have a good one. Y'all stay safe.
All right. Thank y'all. All right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna react to. I'm thinking about reacting to the Commanders and Cowboys game because I forgot to do that, and then also I got to react to my Eagles and Vikings game, so I'll probably do that after I play Fortnite with Steven. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna do a live stream for those, and yeah, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys for week 9.